stage. It ain't no second guessing. I just forget the lessons that I couldn't learn. Because one street over there's a life I could have known. Would have kept me from the one I had today.
All right, good morning. You are tuned into 1100 WSGI, and this is Lee Marie filling in for U-Turn Laverne today and tomorrow. And I am super excited because I have a first-time guest, at least for me, to interview today. But before we do that, let's go to the Lord in prayer. Heavenly Father, thank you so much for today. Thank you for this show. Thank you for our community, our families, our friends. And Heavenly Father, if there's anybody out there that does not know you yet as Lord and Savior, we pray that their hearts and their minds be open to hearing from you. And Lord, please forgive us where we fail you. We love you. We praise you. We need you. In the mighty name of Jesus, amen.
Amen.
All right. Tyler Sneed, Red River Farms.
Yes, ma'am.
How you doing?
I'm doing good.
Good.
We're getting started today, so we before every event I don't know, my nerves work up, and because you want it to be, as
Just like a
best
show when you get all
Yeah.
the adrenaline going. I know, because I
Yeah.
did a lot of live shows, and you just get that adrenaline, like, okay,
Yeah.
this is it. This is showtime.
Yeah, and today is showtime. So
I'm so glad you were able to come on, because I just have to be on Facebook, and I go, oh gosh, we have an opening, and I'm so glad your event was right there. And so I thought, you know what, looks like they start tomorrow.
yeah.
So
yeah.
what time does it start?
We start today at 4:00. We're open from 4 to 8 this afternoon. Tomorrow, Friday, and Saturday we'll be open from 10 to 7.
Oh.
Yeah. So.
All right. So for those people that have never been, and there's plenty of us that have never been.
Well,
So we got to hear about it.
Yeah, we welcome y'all. We started. This will be our third year doing this, and we started back in the year of COVID.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, my
and
goodness.
we have learned a lot.
Oh, I
since
bet.
then. Learned a lot. The main thing that we've learned is we tell everybody that which our new ticketing system, we've transitioned into pre-purchase tickets only. We don't sell any tickets
only?
at the gate.
Oh,
Yes, we
nothing
don't.
at the door.
Nothing at the gate.
Okay, good to know.
We do that because a lot of folks in Robertson County, especially on my end of the county, remember that year very well. Nobody else was doing anything during COVID. And since we were an outside event, primarily outside event, I talked with Mayor Vogel and some around the county and sort of got their blessing to do it since we were outside, but nobody was doing anything. And there was way, way more people showed up than we ever anticipated. And without us selling tickets, we had no idea what to expect. And so it caused some traffic jams. It caused long lines. Traffic was backed up in every direction for a mile or so. And so since then, we have gone to our pre-purchase tickets only through our website or Facebook page, and still same number of people come, but no traffic, no lines, no waiting, no anything. Just when you drive through the gate, either 90% of the people usually have the QR code on their receipt on their phone.
Oh, okay. So you don't have to print out anything. You can just show your phone.
You can just show your confirmation email or the QR code on your phone, and our ladies there that'll be helping working the gate, they'll scan that through our ticket app, and just they have it ready, stick it out the window, and you pretty much never have to stop rolling, just in and out.
Nice, nice. And it's only $12, right?
Yes, 12
Okay.
bucks.
Okay,
Yes.
that is awesome. So for that $12, what does that include?
So that $12 will get you in. That'll get you to allow you to experience all of our 60 plus vendors. I think we've got right at 65 vendors that'll be there.
Really? I didn't know that.
Yes, yes, some really, really good vendors. A
Is
lot.
that more vendors than you've ever had?
Well, yeah. Usually we're somewhere around the 50 mark. 50. We try to shoot for 50 every year. This year we've got around 60, right at 65, I believe, and a lot of really, really good vendors. And all of those vendors we have a ton of applicants, and we might pick those 60 out of 150, maybe 200 people that apply. And the reason we do that is we try to accommodate local first, and then we also try to limit it to a certain number per category. So just say if you're selling books, you don't want 12 other people selling books there. So we try to limit it to a certain number per category. Local takes priority, and handcrafted takes priority as well. So nothing against any direct sales, marketing, or anything like that. But, if someone takes the time to hand make jewelry, they will have the priority, especially if they're close to home. So we got to take care of each other in the county. We all got to scratch each other's backs.
So, okay, so the $12 includes admission, includes being able to shop about 60 vendors.
Yeah, 60 vendors, several different food trucks.
That's what I was going to ask. Do you know what the food trucks are there?
We have a whole list of them. I'm afraid to name them all.
Okay.
I know we got some folks doing some tacos. We got some fresh squeezed lemonade and slushies. We've got, I think, cotton candy, funnel cakes, hot dogs. It's hamburgers, barbecue. There's a local food truck. I know he sets up in Springfield a lot. Tojo's, he's doing some fried catfish and stuff. He's got some really good food. But yeah, so a lot of different options there on your food. And
now, when you said taco truck, it reminded me of this little thing I saw on Facebook the other day. It said, if you want to impress me with your truck, it better be a taco truck.
yeah.
I was like, yeah.
Yeah, big tires and loud exhaust are out anymore. It's all about the tacos.
All right. Okay. And then now I see helicopter rides are listed. Is that a different day, or is
That's all weekend. They'll be there all weekend. So your $12 will get you in, get you all the experience of the vendors. That'll get you the hay ride down to the farm. We have a ton of different photo ops. You can take pictures. There'll be a lot of photographers there with their clients doing mini sessions, and so that'll get you that. We also have we sell wide mouth mason jars for $10. As many flowers as you can pick to fit in that jar. And I'll tell you what, you should see. I did not realize how many you could fit in a jar, but people will.
Oh my gosh. I could just see like some of the stems probably weren't even in the water. They were like in the other flowers.
Yeah. Some of them. And there's some ladies that come out with jars that you can't even, when they're holding them, you can't see any of their body, just a big bouquet of flowers. And we have a zinnia wildflower patch too, so you can pick from there. But the helicopter rides, we have been working with Aerolux Aviation out of Nashville. They fly out of John C. Toon in Nashville. They will be here. They do tours all over Nashville every day, 7 days a week. And so they will be here Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. That is a separate fee. They handle all of their own stuff. You won't be buying any tickets through us. You'll be buying your helicopter ride through them. It's $35 a seat, and I will tell you that is not enough, because I went up yesterday with them. Mm-hmm. Me and Carly and Lulu and some from the chamber, we all went up, and it was a blast. It's the most fun I've had in a long, long time.
Well, I was actually surprised to see that they're only $35.
Yeah.
That is pretty good.
So we get a lot of questions about children. So right now, they have the doors off of the helicopters where you can get the full experience. But if you have a child, if they're 2 and younger, it's considered a lap child. They can ride in the lap of a parent. If they're older than 2, they get their own seat. And so if they got young children, they'll put the doors back on the helicopters for them, just for extra safety precautions.
Yeah.
But it was it was a blast. I'll tell you that much. So
Well, I guess it was about a year and a half ago, I was at a birthday party, and they had helicopter rides, and so that was my first and second time going in a helicopter, and they had both. They had the little one with outdoors where
Yeah.
your feet are just woo,
Yeah.
and then they had the bigger one with the doors.
Yeah.
And the bigger one with the doors, I just felt like I was in a car.
Right.
I wasn't at all like scared, but the
Yeah.
other one was so exhilarating. I mean, that was a real helicopter ride.
Yeah.
So I'm definitely going to want to come and do that.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, the one they have will seat 3 plus a pilot. So if you have a small group, you guys can go together. But yeah, that was my first time up in a helicopter. I've never been in one. I've only flown a couple times, but it was a lot different. That the first 10 seconds of it, when they sort of made that first turn, you're sort of looking over at the ground. That sort of makes you a little wheezy. But after they get up in the air, you didn't hardly know you're just
Yeah. That first
there.
10 seconds is like, did I really make the right decision?
Yeah.
Is it too late to say, no?
Yeah.
Okay. Awesome. Very cool. And so Thursday, which is today, starts at 4, goes till 8. Then Friday, it's 10 to 7.
10 to 7.
Saturday,
10 to 7.
10 to 7. Okay. Children 4 and under are free.
Yes.
Okay. And then, so that's a hayride, 10 acres of sunflowers. Oh,
Yes.
wow.
Yes, we are. We've grown a little since our first year. We try to. The first year I grew about 5 acres, and next year grew about 8 acres. Now I'm about 10 acres, and so we'll see. I mean, there's always room for expansion, but I try to plant in succession too, where because timing is everything, and especially having a vendor event. If I didn't have the vendors, I could. If the weather changed the bloom time of the flowers or whatever, I might could push it back a day or two. But when I've got 65 vendors coming, they're committed to that day, so it's all on me to make sure the flowers are blooming that day. And it's very stressful, but it works out. So, but yeah, we've got 10 acres of flowers.
So you must have been real happy when we had those last rains, huh?
Yes, yes,
You're like,
which
praise the Lord.
yes, absolutely. But sunflowers they're kind of drought tolerant. They'll hold up when most other things won't. And a lot of the weather it might restrict their height, but the maturity time, the bloom time is still going to be close to the same, regardless. The weather might restrict them to be 4 foot tall instead of 6 foot tall, but still beautiful fields of sunflowers, and it's going to be, it's hard to think about it, but it's a couple 200,000 or 300,000 blooms that you're gonna that's there. So,
Wow.
Even after all the jars are picked and everybody gets done, it's hard to even tell that they were even picked because there, still so many there. So.
Oh, how awesome. Well, sometimes God gives me a word, especially with nature. And when you said drought tolerant, I thought, you know what? As Christians, we need to be like a sunflower. We need to be drought tolerant. We need to be filled so much with the word so that when we have a drought in our life, it's okay. We can get through it. And that's how you get through it.
Yeah.
So
and the same concept with the flowers, the way they grow. It's easy for things to happen in our life. It's easy to get distracted, or it's easy to look down and be negative. But just like the sunflower always follows the sun. It's always.
I got goosebumps.
It's always looking up. So it's fun to watch. You can, early on in their stages when they first start to make their head, you can watch the head will rotate with the sun all day, but when they get heavy,
I love that.
they stay looking
our
the
face
same
needs
direction.
to rotate constantly throughout the whole day, keeping our eye on the sun.
Yep.
I love that.
They're always looking up. That's why they're so happy, I guess.
See, yeah, sometimes when there's an opening on this show, I'll call some people that I think are going to say, yeah, sure. And like those people are like, no, I'm not available that day. I'm like, what? You're always available. And I'm like, okay, Lord, who do you want to be on the show? Because when there's closed doors, so many times okay, God's got something, then I just haven't tapped into it yet.
Yeah.
That's what it was. He wanted me to have you on and to talk about this because that's a great, great thing to think about. I'm so excited now to go to your festival. Now, you have another thing happening. Don't you have like a night?
Yes. So, again, we're always trying to think of new ideas, always trying to grow. a lot of times people just, I mean, life happens. You can't
Hmm.
always make every event. People are at the beach and on vacation, and so we've again expanded to the next weekend. We have a Friday and Saturday, the 14th and 15th. We're doing a night out on the farm. So that's just going to kind of slow things down a little bit. We won't have all the vendors there. We have a couple really good food trucks. Got a really good local band that is going to be here.
Hmm.
The Fortunate Sons. I know you've heard of
Yes,
them.
yes.
They're going to come play some good rock music, and people will be able to. Still take the hayride down to the field. It'll kind of be a little later evening setting, get the golden hour sunset pictures, and
Ah.
so they'll be able to do that. Each ticket comes with a jar, so they can pick their own jar of sunflowers, and then we'll just have some good food and some good music. So
Nice. Now that sounds like a great date night.
yeah, 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 we do that. We call it night out on the farm because there's so many that you know maybe that don't have a date
Mm-hmm.
that want to be there,
Right.
and so we want everybody to feel included and feel
Mm-hmm.
welcome. So
One is a great night out for the family.
yeah, yep, it
We're
is.
always looking for family-friendly events to advertise on WSGI. And so that would be a great night for the family to be out.
Yep. So that ticket and price, we're selling tickets on our website as well. The link is, you can find that on our website or on our events page, Red River Farms Events on Facebook. Those tickets are $20. That covers your admission, your jars included in that, the hayride down to the fields, all the picture opportunities, and that includes good entertainment. What can you do for $20 anymore?
Right, right.
Hardly anything.
And if there's sunsets, oh my gosh, those will make for some really great photos, especially like for families doing like a Christmas card.
Yes.
I mean, it's time to start looking for those
Yeah.
photos for that.
Christmas in July, right?
Yes, yep. Actually, my family, we watched a Christmas movie last night.
Yep. Yep.
So it's time to start getting ready. Well, I love that idea of a night out. I'm definitely gonna. All right, Stephen, if you're listening, please put that on our calendar. All right, we're gonna take a station break right now because it's already 7:18, and so y'all are gonna get to hear U-Turn Laverne's voice.
Barry and Rebecca Richards are with the Exit Realty Garden Gate team. Now, what does that mean for you? That means you got a great team that's going to come to the table with you, whether you're buying or selling, or maybe you want to be mentored to be a realtor yourself. They would love to bring you in and make you part of the family, whether it be you're looking for a full-time change or just want to do something part-time. Now, if you're coming to the table as somebody that's selling, you've got to consider get one chance to make a first impression. Barry's going to make sure you make that first impression absolutely perfectly. He is a Zillow certified photographer, licensed and insured drone pilot. We can do the 360-degree virtual reality home tours. We'll get you up on realtor.com. People are going to see your property. They're going to want to take a second look. Rebecca, one of the first in the area to be a seniors real estate specialist, which illustrates she studies all the time, staying up to date on what she needs to know to properly represent you. You can find them at sellwithbecky.com, sellwithbecky.com, or buy.robertsoncounty.com, or just give Becky a call, 615-504-7425, 615-504-7425, and always tell them U-Turn sent you.
Okay, this is Lee Marie back in, and that was U-Turn Laverne's voice. But yes, don't be surprised because I'm not Laverne. This is Lee Marie sitting in for U-Turn Laverne today and tomorrow. And we are talking to Tyler Sneed of Red River Farms because their huge, beautiful Sunflower Festival begins today. So we got him in just in the nick of time.
Yeah.
But the good news is they're not sold out. You can still go online and get tickets. Matter of fact, that's the only way you can get in. So some people like standing outside, doing it on their phone.
Yeah, you'll see. But I will say that time slots are starting to sell out.
Oh, okay.
Our
So there are time slots that you pick.
Yes. So
I didn't know that.
yeah. So once you get on our website, some may be confused about it because it'll have it in a 1 hour time slot.
Okay.
That's only for your arrival time. Yeah,
okay.
you can stay all day long if you wish.
Okay.
We just ask that you try to arrive within that 1 hour at some point. And
Oh, okay.
it works. It works great. Like I told you earlier, the first year there was traffic everywhere, long lines. our main problem is once you get so many folks out on the farm, cell service doesn't work as well. We're trying to use our card readers, our square readers, or we're trying to stand there and make change for a ticket, and it's hard to get people in and out in a timely manner. So with these tickets, all you do is just purchase your ticket. When you drive up, have it ready. You can flash your phone. Some of our ladies that'll work the gate, they're going to scan it for you to make sure that you're, have your tickets and you're good to go. It's very, very easy. And it was a kind of a hard transition because there's so many people that like to wait till last minute, or this life happens and they want to watch the weather, and that's fine. But on the flip side of that, from a business standpoint, people are buying tickets to concerts a year or 2 years in advance. So
Yeah, that excuse doesn't fly.
yeah, um,
Okay, well that is good to know that you need to do that. So maybe like the 4 o'clock arrival time is selling out. Is that what you're seeing?
4 o'clock today is sold out, and I know.
Okay. It
Yeah,
is.
we still have some times later in the afternoon.
Okay.
We have some time slots available for Friday, Saturday. 10, 11, 12, and 1 are already sold out. So
Ooh.
Saturday, I would say between today and tomorrow, I'm anticipating Saturday to sell out. So if you're wanting to try to make it Saturday, I would go on and get my tickets pretty soon.
Okay. That's good to know. And that's good that you do that, because you don't want it to be so full that people can't enjoy it.
Right. You want them to be able to enjoy it. You want them to be able to spend time with our vendors, because that's ultimately that's what it's all about. I mean, I've said this before, but in the world of a small business, we all have to have each other's backs. We can't do these shows. We started this will be our 10th one, I believe. I may be wrong on that. 10th or 11th actual vendor show.
Oh, okay.
We used to do them twice a year, spring and fall. And then springtime gets so busy with travel baseball and all the sports things. So we just sort of transitioned into one summertime show. But we can't do that without vendors. And vendors obviously can't go to these shows without people. So we all have to work together. But we want our customers to spend as much time as possible and shop with the vendors too. So I'm not a fan of huge crowds. So it works out for all of us.
So I know that you have this, like you said, once a year, but what else do you do during the regular?
So primarily, our farm is open for weddings. We've been doing weddings now for 8 years. I built the barn 8 years ago. My wife and I were the first to get married in it.
Oh,
We started doing weddings. Then we've been doing them ever since. Our very first event we started was under a big tent, a 40 by 60 tent. We had a farm-to-table dinner, had unbelievable response to that. We had a couple hundred people come out for that. First time ever. And I got to noticing that it was going to do okay. People would come for that sort of thing. So I decided I wanted to build the barn. We built it, and we do weddings. We do other events too. We have class reunions, we have birthday parties, we have all sorts of things out there.
what's the maximum amount of people that your place can hold?
About 300 is what will seat in the barn.
Okay.
But yeah, I built the barn, me and my dad, and we also have another wedding venue in Adams called Magnolia Country Chapel.
Oh,
It's a little church there. It used to be Sadlersville United Methodist Church.
okay.
So we've been doing that now for a couple of years, and it does good. We do a lot of events out there as well, so we stay pretty busy. We both my wife and I both work full time. I take care of the farm. We've got 2 wedding venues,
Wow.
2 young kids. So
Now, how old are your kids?
Lucy Kate is 4, and we have a little boy Lane. He's almost 2. He'll be 2 in
Okay.
November.
So there's still a lot of work.
They're a
not
lot of
helping
work.
with the banquets and stuff yet.
Yeah. Well, Lucy, our little girl Lucy, she's only a few years away from running the show. She can, if anybody's out there this weekend and will see her, they'll see she's got red hair, and she's a pistol. And when people come to her house, she wants you to know it's her house.
Oh, that's so cute. So is she like 4 going on 40 or what?
Yeah. Yeah. That's exactly right.
Wow. It sounds like I just want to come and see Lucy Kate.
You should. That would be worth the $12 in itself.
That's awesome. All right, let's take another station break. You get to hear U-Turn Laverne's voice. She is out, but don't worry, she will be back on Monday. So let's hear about Corbin Creek.
Corbin Creek Greenhouse, Gibson Gardening Center, your one stop for everything you need for summer, for your yard, for your garden, beautiful things for your porch and your home, great gift ideas. If you've got a gift that you need, go into the greenhouse. You're going to find something alive and beautiful, and then go into the office, go into the gift shop, and there you're going to find handcrafted items, some really cool stuff from Miss Jane, and you're going to find Robertson County CBD. CBD produced from plants grown right here in Robertson County by Amy's brother Bill. Those plants were grown by him, and that is processed into the products you find there at Corbin Creek Greenhouse Gifts and Gardening Center. I swear by them for my arthritis problems, and it may really be a game changer for you as well. Everything you need, if you've got questions and things that you just want to run by Amy, give her a call at 615-384-3185 or just stop by and see her at 4920 Highway 161. They're at the Farmers Market every week as well, and they're 9 to 5 right now, Monday through Saturday, 1 to 4 on Sunday. Got a vegetable garden that's going to be coming in anytime with fresh vegetables and produce. Go and see them today. Corbin Creek Greenhouse Gifts and Gardening Center. Tell them U-Turn sent you.
Okay, and we are back. And we just have a few more minutes until Tiffany arrives from United Way. So if people, some people have never been there, so let's give them some contact information and addresses.
Yeah, just look us up on our Facebook page, Red River Farms or Red River Farms Events. You should be able to find our Sunflower Festival event page. Directions and all the ticketing information is on there. The address, we're on the eastern side of the county, kind of in the Orlando area, the sunniest spot in Tennessee. And our address is 5350 Draper Road. That is a Springfield address. If you use maps, I would suggest using Google Maps. Sometimes, for whatever reason, if folks get on and click on our Facebook map, it'll send you across the river. And people call all the time. They're like, well, I'm at this address and I can see the barn, but I can't get across the river. So,
Goodness.
Google Maps works best. But we're right there in the heart of Milldale, if anybody knows where that's at.
Okay.
You get to Milldale Funeral Home Chapel and take a right.
Awesome. So I have an idea for next year.
Yes.
Or, okay, maybe not next year, but a future idea. Wouldn't it be fun to have one night that was like gospel music night, and you could call it Sunflower, S-O-N?
Sure.
Wouldn't that be cool?
Sure. Yeah.
Just throwing it out there.
Yeah. Well, I will give you all the credit for that one.
That's just on my mind because actually we got some cool things kind of brewing here at WSGI regarding live gospel music and live groups on Saturdays. So we're going to be starting. So if you are a local band that plays either bluegrass gospel or southern gospel, contact me because we got some fun things going on. Anyways, just to recap, the Sunflower Festival starts today.
Starts today at 4 to 8 today, Friday and Saturday, 10 to 7.
All right, and you have to get your tickets online or you can stand outside on your phone, but there's not real good cell reception.
Nope.
So you might be stranded.
Yep. And tickets are starting to sell pretty fast.
Right. Tickets are selling out.
Yep. So I know a couple time slots for today are already sold out, and Saturday about half the day is already sold out for Saturday.
Ooh.
So I would get on pretty fast and get your tickets, and that way you be sure you have a entry time.
All right. Tyler Sneed from Red River Farms, and the Sunflower Festival opens tonight.
Yes.
So make sure you get on by. All right. Well, thank you so much for coming in. I really appreciate it.
Thank
All right.
you a lot.
See you there.
All right.
Okay. Take care. Bye-bye. All right. And as he is exiting and our next guest is coming in, we will run one more commercial here.
Robertson County, it is time to join the gig club. Robertson County, it is time to join the gig club. Robertson County, it is time to join the gig club. Get Cumberland Connect. If you are a Cumberland Electric customer, well, good news. It's time to go to the races here in Robertson County. If you want to have a great time with your family, get out to Veterans Motorplex. This is the old Highland Rim Speedway you're familiar with at 6801 Kelly Willis Road in Greenbrier.
Okay, well, we'll have to play that commercial later. It's not playing, so. Tiffany from United Way. Today must be Thursday.
Must be Thursday.
So welcome. How you doing?
We're doing good.
All right. So as y'all know, every Thursday at 7:30, the United Way comes in. And so we are so happy. And I love the yellow shirt, the nice and spring and summery. And it also kind of goes along with the Sunflower Festival. So
Yeah.
are you planning on going to the Sunflower Festival?
We need to try to get there. I have a family reunion next week where all 6 of my brothers and sisters and their kids are coming to Tennessee. So I'm hoping to get there before, but I'm scrambling to try to get that done. I'm finishing up my last paper for my master's degree, so I'm trying to get that done, and
I know what you mean there.
a lot of
I got a couple of those.
I'm a little stretched right now, but if I can, I was standing out there thinking, I'm like, oh, I got so much to do. I don't know if I can make it to the Sunflower Festival. And I'm like, but the sunflowers only bloom once. Like, you just want to make sure you can do it all. But
That's right. And they're selling out.
that's awesome. I'm so happy for them.
All right. Something is going on with the board because I don't hear your microphone,
Oh no.
but it's showing that it's going out into the world. So I'm going to just trust that. You know what? Let me put the other microphone up there too, just in case.
Okay. Last week we only had one microphone, so now I get 2 all to myself.
Right. All right. Let's see if I can hear. Okay. So go ahead and give us the update.
Oh, okay. Well, we got lots of updates going on, but our biggest thing that we want to talk about today is Stuff the Bus. So, the local school district has their own Stuff the Bus that they do. They put a bus out in front of Walmart, and we fill that up, and those supplies are awesome and needed, and those are for the teachers. We do something a little bit different. Our Stuff the Bus program is where we actually put together the backpacks. And so we have a Stuff the Bus. It's like pushed out through Nashville, but we have a local drop-off location. You can drop it off at our local United Way, or you can drop it off at Remax. And there is a list of things you can buy, or you can just donate money and we'll do the shopping for you. But we actually put together these backpacks, and the Titans are one of our partners. And so they have backpacks. I think they're branded with Titans logo and things, and we're going to actually be putting them together at the Titans Stadium. So if you want to get in on that also, that'd be really great. There'll be football players there helping us out, and a lot of other people with that franchise. And so we're going to get together and stuff a bunch of backpacks, and then our local distribution will be through an event on July 29th. Chosen has a back to school bash, and we'll be handing out the backpacks there. And so that is also another thing that we want to promote, is the back to school bash on July 29th. So, and that's going to take place at the center from 2. I'm trying to remember exactly the time on that one. I think it's like 2 to 9 o'clock. No, not 9. It's not that late. But let me look it up real fast. 2 to 6. Okay. 2 to 6 o'clock. And there will be booths. There'll be a lot of sponsors. I know Social Dweebs is involved in that. And so it's going to be a great time. Any of your kids that need school supplies or just want to get pumped to get back to school, it's July 29th at the center from 2 to 6 p.m. And so we're super excited about that. But if you want to help contribute to the backpacks, please give me a call. My number is 615-780-2511. Again, that's 615-780-2511. So that is, you can get a hold of me to either donate money or donate supplies. You could also email me. My email address is tiffany.thompson without a P, THOMSON @unitedwaygn.org. And I can just send you that list of the supplies that we need for the kiddos coming up. So we're super excited about that. Let's see, what else do we got going on? We have, the CASA has got a, excuse me, they have a fundraiser coming up July 30th, and it's a kickball tournament. So if you want to get some people together and get a team together, it's going for a great cause. I'm super excited about the way CASA has been growing in Robertson County, I was talking to 2 people yesterday that work in other counties that don't have CASA programs, and the need that they see for these children in foster care to be mentored. It's just great, and they can see the need, and I've got some people who are really wanting to step up in those counties and get that going. But we do have it in Robertson County, and we need to take advantage of that and make sure that we're supporting our CASA volunteers. And so one way that you can do that is by playing kickball. There's not a better way to support somebody. I don't know. It sounds like a lot of fun. So July 30th is the kickball tournament. And so get a team together or support a team or come cheer everybody on. And we'd love to see people there. I don't know exactly what time the tournament is, but you can follow CASA on Facebook, CASA of Robertson County, or on Instagram, and you can find all the details there. Or you can, again, call me or email me, and I'd be happy to connect you.
Very cool. Awesome. Okay, we are going to try now to do one of our sponsor spots. We had a little bit of technical difficulties there, but we're going to go ahead and do that and let you look up whatever times that you want to look up while we do that. So let's hear from the Veterans Motorplex.
It's time to go to the races here in Robertson County. If you want to have a great time with your family, get out to Veterans Motorplex. This is the old Highland Rim Speedway you're familiar with at 6801 Kelly Willis Road in Greenbrier. Jerry wants to invite you and your entire family out. He's even got a free pass for you. If you find one of these Let's Talk Trash magazines that they put out at the end of the school year, you can still find them around town, but that back page is a free pass to get up to 6 kids and 2 adults in for free anytime during the entire 2023 race season. Bring your family out. Gates open at 4. Racing starts up at 6, and you will have so much fun. Come hungry. They got a great concession stand. They have all kinds of events and things for the kids throughout the race season. Follow them on Facebook at Highland Rim Speedway, and that way you can stay up to date on everything that's going on at Veterans Motorplex. A great way to spend your Saturday evening with your kids, with your family, with your friends through the end of October. Get to the races today. Saturday is race day. And when you go out, tell them U-Turn sent you.
All right, we are back in studio with Tiffany from United Way, who comes in every Thursday. Of course, I think Brian is coming in next Thursday, right?
Yeah, I won't be here. It'll be Brian.
Okay, so somebody from United Way comes in every Thursday at 7:30 to update us on some other nonprofits in the county. Okay, what else do we have?
Well, I wanted to bring attention to our phone service called 211. I've had several people stop by lately looking for services. One of the things that's a little bit frustrating is United Way doesn't actually have like a fund. So if you need your rent paid or your light bills or whatever, we don't have that. We just help connect you to other services. And one way that you can do that without having to come into my office is to call the number 211. It's like 911, but 211. And this is a nationwide service provided through United Way. And they gather resources and information. So it doesn't have to be just rent and lights. It can be anything that you are struggling with. You might need food. You might, might want to winterize your house and can't afford it. They're just whatever your needs are. You can call 211 and they'll help connect you to resources. One of the benefits of that is that I'm very familiar with the Robertson County footprint and exactly what's in our county boundaries. And 211 could see a little bit outside of the county. So if there's something like in Pleasant View that you might be able to connect into, or Gallatin, or something just a little bit outside of our boundaries, they can connect you to those resources. And so that is one of the benefits. Another benefit that we have from using 211 is that it keeps track of all the data. And so people can call in. In fact, I tell people all the time, even if you know that there's not a service that you need, call in and ask for it, because it collects that data and then we can show the need for that service. So say you know that there's no childcare available, call and say, hey, I need childcare. Where can I go? And in fact, you can do it often so that we can collect that data and show there is a greater need for childcare here in this community, or there's a greater need for a hot weather shelter as well as our cold weather shelter. Like we have I had some individuals in my office yesterday who were overheating. They're homeless. They don't have any way to cool down. So, they could go to the library, which is another wonderful resource, but I also gave them water, helped them cool down, sit in my air conditioning for a little while we try to talk through some of the resources that they might be missing and can tap into. So anyway, I just want to really encourage everybody to share 211. Please use 211, even if you don't we do not have a domestic violence shelter in Robertson County boundaries. But if that's something that you need, please call 211 so that we can show, hey, there's a need for a shelter here in the community. And so our closest one is in Gallatin, and we have a good relationship with them. But we would really, like to have one that was functioning here in our community too. So anyway, I just really kind of want to push that out. If you don't know about it, please start calling it because it's great. But along with it being hot, we have Main Street Church of Christ that are doing showers on Monday and Friday from 5:30 to 7:30, and I think they're also providing a breakfast with that. If you need the number to call and set up an appointment, you please give me a call and I can give you that number. My number again is 615-780-2511, and you can call or text that number. So if you feel more comfortable texting to ask for any services, please feel free to do that. I'm happy to help and share the knowledge that I have. I unfortunately don't have resources we don't have. I got hung up on the other day because somebody called and asked, so that they were going to be homeless, and I was trying to explain to them different services that we have, but that it is a problem. We have a huge problem right now, and I got yelled at and hung up on, and that did not make me happy, but I wish I could solve the housing crisis. I really do. I just so just so you know, that is what United Way is. We connect people to resources. We're kind of a bridge builder to the nonprofit. So those are
Okay, and then that 211, if people, for instance, people do answer that line, right?
yes, absolutely.
Okay, so if maybe you're not even the person that actually needs it, but you know of someone that is looking for that, you can also just make an inquiry for them, right?
Absolutely. I've done that several times. I've had people come to me. This was before I worked for United Way, because I've known about 211 for a long time. I've had people come to me that needed food or needed whatever, and I was like, oh, let me call 211 and find out what we have in this community. So yeah, it's a great service. And you could call for outside of this community too. Say you have a relative in Oklahoma that needs a shelter or whatever. You can, that's why I love that it's nationwide. So when the operator answers and you say, yeah, this is for somebody in Pima, Arizona, they can connect you to those resources.
Well, that's really good to know, because I know a lot of shop owners, I had a friend that had a shop on Memorial Boulevard, and a lot of times people would just come in and ask for money,
Right.
for food or whatever. But it's just really good to be able to, help them further than that. Just be like, really, what, let me direct you to the closest place where you can get food, or,
Right, absolutely. Yeah, so if you don't know those resources, in fact, I know our city and county leaders really want to push those resources. I think it was Ryan Martin I was having a conversation with, and he was talking to a police officer in another county who was like, yeah, we had a domestic violence victim come in here. We didn't know what to do. And he's like, well, why didn't you call 211? And they didn't know about it. And so he's like, I want to make sure my officers all know about 211. I want to make sure our community knows about 211, because we don't want people to be like, sorry, I have no idea how to help you, because there's a way, maybe we don't know. There's a lot of times I'm like, I don't know. Let me see what I can look up. Let me see what I can find. But, and it is also a website too. So if, you want to just look it up from your computer, you can go to 211. I think it's 211.org, but just Google 211 and you'll find it. And so, yeah, you can look it up all over the country.
Yeah, I was just looking on Facebook just to see if it would come up, but I didn't see.
I don't know if they have their own Facebook page, but I do know they have their own website. I've been on that several times. And this is a shout out to any nonprofits that are listening. If your 211 information isn't updated, please go ahead and do that, because we want to make sure we have the most up-to-date information available right now. And so that's a push that we would love to have you update your information in 211.
So when I put in United Way 211, United Way of Greater Atlanta came up.
There you go.
They have it, and they call it United Way 211.
Okay.
So, you could probably do that, or at least, have some type of a post on your.
Yeah, we actually did post on our Facebook. when was it? 2 days ago, about
All right.
211.
Oh,
So
Because I was looking to share that. So
yeah,
a
yeah,
lot of
go
times when
back and
people.
find that, and then you can share it. It'll be awesome.
All right. So I went to United Way of Robertson County.
Uh-huh.
All right. And then, oh, there it is right there. We'll be away from the office, but if you need assistance, call 211. Very nice. Okay. That is really good information. Okay, it is already, oh my goodness, I can't believe it's already quarter to 8. All right, let's hear U-Turn Laverne's voice.
Robertson County, it is time to join the Gig Club. Get Cumberland Connect. If you are a Cumberland Electric customer, well, good news. You can join me in the Gig Club, and you can have a full gig for just $80, high-speed internet that will blow you away. If you're like me and you've had terrible internet service for far too long, well, it's time to get in the Gig Club. Now, what you do is you go to cumberlandconnect.org, put in your zip code, cumberlandconnect.org, and it'll tell you if they're in your neighborhood already or when they're going to be in your neighborhood. You can also just call them and ask the question, 1-800-987-2362, 1-800-987-2362. And if you're somebody in these areas, if you're a Cumberland Electric customer and you're having some financial struggles, well, because internet is now a utility, there's an affordable connectivity program providing qualifying households with monthly credit to help pay for internet services. And if you're eligible, you could receive a credit of up to $30 per month toward broadband services. And they have packages starting at, you guessed it, $30 per month. Be a part of the Gig Club or just get into high-speed internet with Cumberland Connect. CumberlandConnect.org. Tell them U-Turn sent you.
All right, and we're back in studio with Tiffany from United Way, and she's given us the update. And remember to put 211 in your phone with a little description so that if you do run into people that have a need and you want to be able to find real quick where the resource would be, you can go ahead and use that. That's great information. Okay, what else are we missing? We got about 10 minutes left.
Oh goodness, we got 10 minutes. That's a long time. We got a lot we can talk about.
I have some other announcements, so if you don't,
you're
it's
good.
okay.
You're good. I'm just thinking, I don't know if everybody knows that 10 Kids Nutrition is still doing free lunches for kids under 18 years old. They have a route. You can go to their Facebook page that they go through the community, or you can go to their location on Pepper Street and pick up a bus or a box of food. I know in the past they've done like a week's worth of breakfast and lunches that you can pick up. You just tell them how many kids you have and they'll load up your car with that many boxes of a week's worth of breakfast and lunches. That really helps our kids that have a lot of food insecurity. I will never forget the day I went babysitting at a home where the family was in great need and put the kids to bed, and I was kind of hungry, and I went and opened up the fridge and there's nothing there. Like a couple ketchup packets, and I opened up the cupboards and there was nothing there. I'd never seen anything like that my entire life. And then working in child welfare for many years, I saw it several times, and I just can't imagine the kids being hungry. Like I'm telling my kids all the time, like, you'll be fine. Just wait an hour till dinner. It's going to be okay. But they have the option. Like if they really were hungry, or if their blood sugar dropped or something, we have something in the house. And there are a lot of kids in our community, in our very own community, that do not have that. And so I'm grateful for 10 Kids Nutrition and what they do with the breakfast and lunch feeding programs. And there was a lot of money flowing during COVID to make that happen really easy. Now all that money is going away, and they've still been able to find a way to do it this summer and bless the lives of those kids. And so I just want to kind of give them a shout out. I know they ran out of food a week or so ago, like they just didn't have any more for the week. And that's got to be hard, knowing that some of those kids really are in need. But they've done really good at keeping our community fed. They're a fantastic resource. And anytime, like I talked to Donnie King about a need that I have, he's right there trying to help me find a way to make it work. And so, anyway, I just wanted to make sure that everybody knew about that we'll have that going on for the last few weeks of summer. We got Laundry Love on the 21st of July, which is always the third Friday. And so this is another shout out for both those in need, those who might need to get their laundry done, but also those who might have the ability or capability to help either wash clothes on the 21st or donate funds. We're always just like 2 months away from drying up the funds with Laundry Love, and that's where we're at again. And so if anybody has a little bit extra this time of year that they can donate to helping give dignity to our friends in the community. I cannot imagine going to my closet and not having something clean to wear. I might not like what I have hanging in my closet. I might have my favorite stuff might be in the dirty clothes, but not even having anything clean to wear. I can't even imagine that, knowing that what you're putting on is soiled or it smells bad and it's going to, you're going to go out in the community and not smell great. It's also, a lot of people make sure that they have clean clothes so they can go to job interviews so that they can, better themselves. And so, I know I had one person come into my office say, I just feel like you're enabling the community by doing this program. And I said, I don't see it that way. I see that we're giving dignity to people who need dignity. To be able to put on a clean pair of clothes is a great, no matter what you're going through, whatever mental health crisis or even addiction that you're going through, to be able to put on clean clothes is a great benefit. So anyway, come out and help. I would love to.
Yeah, come out and help. I mean, if you guys are not plugged in and volunteering anywhere, if you have kids, get them volunteering now. It's so important, and there's so many great organizations in this county to plug into and to help. And, when you do that, you will be amazed because you will actually be the one that gets the reward.
Absolutely.
That's so much satisfaction.
I tell people I'm a do-gooder because I'm selfish. Like, I love the feeling of giving back to the community. Yeah. But if you want to know a place to plug in, please talk to me. I tell people all the time, there's a place for your passion, whatever it is, we don't have partnerships with any like animal rescues or whatever, but because we're in the nonprofit space, I know some people who are part of those communities and stuff. And so if animals are your passion, let's plug you in. If art is your passion, I know Musette is always looking for people to help volunteer with classes, and they've got some camps going the rest of the summer. And
right.
So if there's a place where you want to plug in, if you just want to get some service hours done, there's always United Ministries Food Bank. They always take people. They're always willing to take people. You can do something. She said that they had somebody come in the other day, and they were done packing up boxes or whatever, and they just picked up the broom and started sweeping and mopping. And she was like, "Bless you. I don't know when the last time we had somebody just jump in and do that." And so they're a fantastic group of people that volunteer there, and they would love to have more. So.
Yeah, and again, a reminder: unplug your electronics and get plugged into people.
I like that. Yeah, absolutely.
So anyway, and then I do know that there's also an education, what are they calling it? Education improvement meeting. That's going to be Saturday, July 13th, 6 p.m. at Purpose Life Church, 805 Memorial Boulevard. And that is just for people that want to try to better our education system. So, whether you want to volunteer or, you just want to help out because, there's a need. I know that there's definitely a need for substitute teachers in Robertson County. There's a great need for that. So anyways, I know that this group has been just kind of wanting to, just as a group of volunteers. Dr. Arlen Smith is going to be coming in tomorrow to talk about that. So he'll be in here at 7 a.m. And then, at 8 o'clock, because tomorrow is the first Friday of the month. So that means we are going to be having the Wild Doc on. Have you been listening at all to the Wild Doc? Not yet.
I haven't heard. No.
You need to, because every time he comes on, like I have to watch the show again later and take notes because he opens his mouth and just so much great information comes out. Laverne and I go to him now, and Mark and Stephen and a lot of people that we know, because he's just so knowledgeable and he is just on top of reading all the current, the new research and just so much. And so I guarantee you will find some tips for your family to improve their mental or physical health, because he shares, he's a chiropractor by trade, but he shares so much information. Like, did you know that most of the sunscreen that you put on your body actually has carcinogenics in it?
Yeah. I mean, I could go on my theories on that about why skin cancer has increased.
Yeah. So like now we're all using mineral, sunscreen. And so there's just a lot of information. Tomorrow he's actually going to be talking about plastic. Yeah.
Interesting.
Because I had on a couple of weeks ago, Gina Webb. She's a homeschool mom, but she also has a healthy restaurant in White House. And she was talking about, she was drinking out of a mason jar glass, and I said something about this. She goes, "Oh yeah, I will not drink out of plastic at all anymore because it emits gases. It's not good for you." And I'm like, "Oh my goodness!" Because the last time Wild Doc was on last month, at the very end, he mentioned something about trying to, get more plastics out of his house, and I thought, "Oh my gosh, okay, this is it. We got to have him." So I texted him right after she left. I said, "Can we talk about plastics on Friday?" He said, "Absolutely." So.
I think, and then I've listened to another like naturopath that says like metals are not, it's not good to drink out of metal either. So like the glasses is the solution. It's just breakable, but it's really interesting. I think that's the most frustrating thing about health is that you have so many different like sides of it. But I'm really interested in this educational thing. I'd love to get plugged in. I won't be in town on the 13th, but I homeschool my kids, but I want more opportunities for the kids in the county. We were, I'm not going to diss on our education system because we have fantastic teachers and people that are very passionate, but what can we do to bring our reading scores up? We were number 5 in the bottom 5, our county was. And so, so that's, I'm very passionate. Like, what can we do? How can we think maybe outside the box? What is it that we can do for our kiddos that aren't neurotypical, where this is a lot more common for our kids that were born with just more creative and brains. I think, they're just think and do things differently. And so maybe the way that we've been doing things for a long time need to be adjusted or looked at. So I'm not going to go off on that because that's not a United Way thing. That's just a Tiffany Thompson thing.
No, that's great.
But I'm very passionate about the education.
Okay, well, I'll let Arlen know, and he can get you on the list for next time.
Yeah.
I think we have one more. Yeah, we do need to hear about Corbin Creek because that was during our technical difficulty time, so I'm not sure it all played. So we're going to play it again just to make sure.
Corbin Creek Greenhouse, Gifts and Gardening Center, your one stop for everything you need for summer, for your yard, for your garden, beautiful things for your porch and your home. Great gift ideas. If you've got a gift that you need, go into the greenhouse. You're going to find something alive and beautiful, and then go into the office, go into the gift shop, and there you're going to find handcrafted items, some really cool stuff from Miss Jane, and you're going to find Robertson County CBD. CBD produced from plants grown right here in Robertson County by Amy's brother Bill. Those plants were grown by him, and that is processed into the products you find there at Corbin Creek Greenhouse Gifts and Gardening Center. I swear by them for my arthritis problems, and it may really be a game changer for you as well. Everything you need, if you've got questions and things that you just want to run by Amy, give her a call at 615-384-3185 or just stop by and see her at 4920 Highway 161. They're at the Farmers Market every week as well, and they're 9 to 5 right now, Monday through Saturday, 1 to 4 on Sunday. Got a vegetable garden that's going to be coming in anytime with fresh vegetables and produce. Go and see them today. Corbin Creek Greenhouse Gifts and Gardening Center. Tell them U-Turn sent you. It's time to go to the races here in Robertson County. If you want to have a great time with your family, get out to Veterans Motorplex. This is the old Highland Rim Speedway you're familiar with at 6801 Kelly Willis Road in Greenbrier. Jerry wants to invite you and your entire family out. He's even got a free pass for you. If you find one of these Let's Talk Trash magazines that they put out at the end of the school year, you can still find them around town, but that back page is a free pass to get up to 6 kids and 2 adults in for free anytime during the entire 2023 race season. Bring your family out. Gates open at 4. Racing starts up at 6, and you will have so much fun. Come hungry. They got a great concession stand. They have all kinds of events and things for the kids throughout the race season. Follow them on Facebook at Highland Rim Speedway, and that way you can stay up to date on everything that's going on at Veterans Motorplex. A great way to spend your Saturday evening with your kids, with your family, with your friends through the end of October. Get to the races today. Saturday is race day. And when you go out, tell them U-Turn sent you.
Thousands of our
All right. Well, it is time to sign off. Thank you, Tiffany, so much for coming in. Really appreciate you updating us.
Just one last plug for
Yes.
the bus. If you're interested in helping out getting backpacks into the hands of kids in need, please contact me, Tiffany.Thompson without a P at unitedwaygn.org or 615-780-2511. And we'd love to get your help.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much. And Stuff the Bus runs from when to when?
Sorry, if you're donating money, we'd love to have it by the 18th so that we can purchase the supplies for it. We'll be doing our local giveaway on the 29th. So if you're buying supplies or wanting to put together a whole backpack, you can drop that off all the way until the 28th.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Thank you all out there well, yeah, if you missed any part of this broadcast, remember you can always go on the WSGI Facebook page or their website and watch it. And there's also a YouTube link. So we covered a lot of information today that you're going to want to forward to friends. And I'm going to see all of you guys again tomorrow. We'll be back here with Dr. Arlen Smith at 7. And then at 8 o'clock, The Wild Doc. So you're not going to want to miss that. So I will see you all tomorrow. God bless. Make it a great day. You've been listening to 1100 WSGI.
That would could have carried me to streets of gold. Things aren't always as they seem. Looking back on all the chances that I missed, some I held, some slipped away. One street over where my memories exist, I wondered what would change. I really couldn't play. In this life there's nothing certain.